of the world. Just kill a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger down his head. Mama, life had just begun, but now I'm gonna count it all away. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this
marvellous evening.
First reaction.
Oh, I just think it's absolutely magical. It's just quite wonderful to hear all that wonderful music. The sound is absolutely fantastic. The performances, the singing is quite stunning. I mean, wonderful, wonderful performances from all the singers, and it's just off the wall and endearing and funny, and the visual aspects. I think the lighting could be tweaked a little, but other than that, I just think the whole thing's quite mesmeric.
What's the highlight for you?
Well, I love the bit at the end when they said, do you want to hear Bohemian Rhapsody? Because I was sitting there thinking, oh my God, it's come to the end. They can't possibly not let us hear Bo Rap, because this is my absolute favourite. And then the sign comes up and we all went, yeah! So it was great, absolutely fantastic. I recommend it to anyone if you want a good evening of great music and great performances.
Even if you're not a Queen fan?
Well, I think so. I mean, it lifted me up, you know, and the thing is with Queen's music is that it's so varied. It's not just rock and roll. There are beautiful ballads and country songs. It's something for everyone.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This way, please.
Ben, sum it up. How was it?
Oh, well, it was a huge thrill. A huge thrill to see the audience. The company have been so wonderful, you know, to have to cover Queen's songs is an intimidation for any young singers and dancers, and they've really risen to it, and we know how Queen feel, and we know how the American producers and De Niro feel, and I feel pretty pleased too. It was a big night.
Roger, don't go.
So was it as
how was it for you?
First nights are normally crap, frankly, you know, because it's always a professional crowd in, you know, lots of people haven't paid for their tickets, etc. But actually, so I expected it to be awful, and in fact it was thrilling and wonderful, so, you know.
Have you spoken to anyone and did they say good things?
I've spoken to Bob De Niro, and he absolutely loved it, and spontaneously wanted to have his photo taken with the whole company, which was really generous of him, and I think it's because he loved the show so much, and so we've had a big kerfuffle backstage while everyone assembles, and of course everyone's getting individual photos with him, and he's been really good about it, really good.
How was it writing it? Like, how did you get all those lines in there?
Well, Roger and Brian have been very generous about the fact that they always said this must be a good book, it must have a real story. They didn't want to do a jukebox, you know, they really wanted to have a play that sort of said something about something in a way sort of, you know, not more than, but beside the music as well. And, you know, so they were very encouraging about the sort of details of the story. So, yeah, it's been great.
Pretty horrid to Britney and people. Was that fun doing that?
I wouldn't be saying it's horrid. I mean, I think she'd be very flattered that 300 years in the future, rock rebels who look back to the past choose her name to name themselves after, you know. No, I don't think we're horrid to anyone. I think it's a very good-natured and, you know, a fun piece of work, which is all about, you know, the audience enjoying the story and enjoying the songs. I actually think, I actually happen to know that some of the people who are quoted are very flattered to be quoted, including Darius, or Darius, I can't remember how it's quoted.
So, but you do predict the end of Hearsay on your...
No, the disintegration is because Mylene left.
Okay.
Anyway, look, that's one joke, mate. The show's bigger than that, you know. It's a little opening joke about how pop music's moving.
And how are you going to celebrate tonight? What's happening?
Well, I'm probably going to have a few beers, and then I'm apparently going to sing Guitar Man with the band, which is why I've got my Elvis 68 special look on.
Suits you, sir.
Thank you very much, suits you. No, you.
Oh, all with her.
Oh,
Can you actually sing then?
well, you'll find out.
I'm going to stick around just to hear that.
My Artful Dodger in 1974 was very well received.
Classic, isn't it?
Anyway,
That's good.
What's the next plan? What's the next one going to be about?
my next plan is to have a few beers. After that, there's 25 Queen chart hits not used in this show, the sequel.
Bring the album out then. Brian and Nita, how was it there sitting there?
Very wonderful.
I think it was fabulous.
Gonna go and have a little relax now.
No.
Don, who sends his very, very best wishes. I've got a couple of thank you. The reason we're here to celebrate the show, and thank you so much for your wonderful reaction tonight. I do have to thank the producers because, and I think we need to name them, and I'd like you to appreciate the fact that we've had incredible support from New York, from Jane Rosenthal and Robert De Niro and all the Tribeca Productions. And we hope that this British production can go around the world, and it's great that we've had such great support from America. Our British producers, Phil McIntyre, Paul Roberts, and Jim Beach, Queen's manager, and the rock of this production. Great thanks to all of them, from Brian, Roger, John and myself. I'd like, most important of all, to just briefly mention the cast. They're in here somewhere. This is a weird sort of night. They do something truly extraordinary, which is take on the mighty cannon of the mighty Queen and blast with full roaring salute and seduce you all with their splendid talent. And they're all like, you know, in the middle of a party, trying to find mums and dads, trying to say hi to people, trying to get a photo with Bob De Niro, etc., etc. But they are the finest cast, I believe, in any theatre anywhere, and I would like your applause. The cast of We Will Rock You. On a personal note, before we start the entertainment, I've carried something of a burden the last few months trying to create a story that would even do the remotest, vaguest justice to the mighty Queen's oeuvre. I normally say oeuvre, but tonight I'll try and pronounce it properly. And I know that Roger and Brian, who've been so close to this production and musical direction in every facet of it, have been kind enough to say that they feel that, you know, Queen are happy, and John feels that. But just tonight, all through this production, I've, of course, had Freddie in mind, thinking, would he have enjoyed it? How would he feel? Roger and Brian feel very, very confident that he would have loved what we're doing and loved our cast. And tonight, I would just like to raise the roof so that he hears it in rock and roll heaven. Here's to Freddie Mercury. I'm sure he heard that, and Elvis and John and Buddy and all the other guys are saying, hey, that was a good cheer. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a big party. You can move around the building, you can dance. Special guests singing tonight, and some complete arseholes, including myself. So we shall see how we get on, but I'm going to hand you over to our maestro of the band. Please welcome the man who keeps Queen going. Spike, get on stage here, Spike. Here we go. Rock on.
You lucky people.
Days on the road again, where we took the road again. David Sterling handouts down to keep his pockets clean. Oh, it's good to soul again. This world is good to go again. Says a UCT, now I still be there. How you go? Sits there down in the
Mr. Leo Sayer.